People of the world, bienvenido, dajahao, hello, and welcome, bonvenue to marketing as a foreign language. Today, Facebook adds custom audience creation options based on shopping activity. LinkedIn adds new analytics tools for company pages, new process to limit page follow invites. WhatsApp launches animated stickers, QR codes, and new video call options. Google adds auto-generated smart replies to YouTube Studio. In a year of worsts, SEO just became the best. Google purchased AR, augmented reality startup North, and shift to ambient computing. And 5 best practices to make the most of audience targeting. Marketing as a foreign language starts now. Facebook adds custom audience creation options based on shopping activity with Facebook and Instagram Shops on the way. Facebook has this week added some handy new custom audience creation options to align with increasing e-commerce activity. Okay. As you can see in this screenshot right here, now in your custom audience options through Facebook Ads Manager, there's a new option to create a listing based on shopping. Click through on that, and you'll have 3 new options to build custom lists for ad retargeting. Facebook retargeting would be someone clicks on an ad, and now they keep seeing that ad. You are clicking, or rather showing ads that folks have clicked on before. So, for example, here it says people who viewed products. That's retargeting. People who added any products to their basket. So if someone has gone all the way through to purchase but didn't, you can retarget them. People who purchased any products, you can retarget them as well. That provides a range of helpful ways to re-engage people who've expressed a clear interest in your products. So, for example, someone goes to fill out a quote for car insurance. They do not actually complete that form. What language would you have for them, as opposed to people who already completed it, or people who clicked on the ad but didn't begin to fill out that particular form? 3 different sets of ads. And with customers up to 70% more likely to convert when retargeted with display ads, these will be valuable options for those looking to maximize their Facebook and Instagram e-commerce efforts. The additions are a logical extension of Facebook's existing retargeting options, which, as noted, will be of significant benefit, while they'll also provide the capacity to create look-alike audiences based on the same. A look-alike audience is an audience that basically looks like your audience, similar demographics, similar interests, that sort of thing. So you can run ads to people that are similar to the people that have converted for you in the past. This will help you target more users that are increasingly likely to buy based on their on-platform behaviors and interests. There you have it. New shopping options, custom audience creation options based on Facebook users' shopping activity. This is potentially a game changer. It's a big, big deal. If you can make an audience based on people that have bought a certain kind of shoe, say, and you're selling them a similar kind of shoe, say, or shopping for insurance quotes, what have you, there you have it. Custom audience options, Facebook shopping. LinkedIn adds new analytics tools for company pages, new process to limit page follow invites. So I don't know if they're going to touch on the practice of following thousands and thousands of people in the hopes that they will follow you back. This is a ubiquitous strategy that many, many people use to get follows on platforms like LinkedIn. LinkedIn has rolled out a range of new tweaks, including new follower analytics for company pages, a new audio option for pronunciation on user profiles, and an alternative process for limiting company page invites. First off, on follower analytics, if you head over to your LinkedIn company page analytics now, you'll see a new marker on the analytics tab signifying that something's been added, obviously. That addition is this new listing of company page followers by individual profile. Oh me, oh my, which you can expand out to a full list of every person that's followed your page sorted in reverse chronology. So if you're interested in marketing to specific people who have shown an interest in your company by following your LinkedIn page, well, there you have it. That's new. The listing could provide an opportunity to reach out to new followers who thank them for following. Well, it also provides some more insight into who's coming to your page, which could help to refine your posting and engagement process. You can't, however, download the list, so it's not sort of like an email list download option, but still it's an extra level of insight, and you can obviously reach out to these people. It makes me think about my wife, Lanasia, and the company she works for, Digital Artist Management, and their LinkedIn page and the people that potentially have followed that page and what they could do perhaps to grow those relationships. LinkedIn's also implementing a new system to limit how many times a company page manager can send out invitations to their connections to follow their company page. Sending each invitation requires a credit. According to this particular snapshot, when your invite is accepted, the credit is returned. Each month, pages are granted invitation credits shared by all admins. Credits do not roll over. Interesting. So the economy, i.e. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, this sort of world of attempting to get away from the dollar, in-game purchases, in-game economies. Like on my Twitch stream, we have karma coins. You earn karma coins by spending time on the stream, and you can cash those karma coins in for a autographed copy of my book. Can you believe it? Or you can make me do push-ups or speak Spanish or say the alphabet backwards. All of that I have said to say this. There are microeconomies at work, whether they be on a Twitch stream, whether they be credits on LinkedIn. This push towards non-dollar related currencies ain't going nowhere. Expect more on that as we move into full augmented reality. LinkedIn officially brought back the option to invite your connections to follow your company page in November of last year after trialing it a few times in the preceding months. The risk, of course, is that, quote, growth hackers will use it to spam the bejesus. You don't see that word every day. Also, shout out to whoever hit that like button. Much love, much thank you. Appreciate you hitting that like button. Out of their connections, which LinkedIn sought to avoid in the initial launch by implementing a limit of 50 invites per page manager per day. Evidently, that wasn't enough, or LinkedIn simply felt the need for a better process. So there you go, a credit system. So I think that's probably enough. Oh no, let's talk about this. There's a recording option. In the LinkedIn app, you now see a prompt on your LinkedIn profile to add an audio recording of your name. Wow, if you so choose. Tap on the add name pronunciation prompt and you'll be taken to an in-app audio recorder where you can say whatever you like. That's awesome. The recording is limited to 10 seconds and LinkedIn advises that users should, quote, speak slowly and pronounce each syllable clearly and to, quote, hold the phone about 4 inches from your mouth. That's so funny. Once recorded, a small audio icon will appear and people can listen to your name, apparently, which I suppose is a benefit of some sort. So I'm not a huge WhatsApp user, but I know that it is gigantic. They're launching new animated stickers, QR codes, and new video call options. Facebook owned messaging giant, I didn't realize that Facebook owned WhatsApp, has released some new interactive features, including animated stickers, new dark mode options. Facebook recently rolled out a dark mode option for certain users, QR codes, and more. First off, after they were spotted in testing in the latest beta version of the app, WhatsApp has now announced animated stickers in chats. Oh gosh, gaze upon their glory. blah, 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 blah. WhatsApp's adding QR codes, which it's also been testing over the past few months. Quote, we are making it easier than ever to add new content soon. When you meet someone new, you will be able to scan their QR code to add them to your contacts. No more tapping in their digits one at a time. This is interesting. QR codes are also available in Messenger and in Instagram. And while they've never really taken off in Western markets, they do provide another means to connect. Also worth noting that QR codes are huge in some Asian nations. Now, video calling, WhatsApp also adding dark mode functionality. Quote, with now up to 8 people on a video call, we've made it easier to focus on whoever you want by letting you press and hold to maximize a participant's video. Okay, some WhatsApp updates. We get it. Moving right along. Google Ads, auto-generated smart replies to YouTube Studio. Andrew Hutchinson writes, Google is adding its auto-generated smart replies, which provide quick response options based on, machine learning to YouTube Studio in order to make it easier for creators to efficiently engage with their communities. This is a bit of first world problems, which is to say, I doubt that 99.9% of the listeners here are struggling to reply to the onslaught of comments on their YouTube channel. They are probably struggling to get comments at all, but in the event that you do get bigger, I assume that this is an automatic reply machine learning option. As explained by Google, quote, we are now excited to share an updated smart reply built for YouTube and implemented in YouTube Studio that helps creators engage more easily with their viewers. This model learns comment and reply representation. Oh, this could go so south so quick. Through a computationally efficient dilated self-attention network. Blah, what are these words that people are inventing to try to describe? Okay, this model learns comment and reply representation through a computationally efficient dilated self-attention network, obviously, and represents the first cross-lingual and character byte-based smart reply model. Let me see if I can translate. Someone's like, hey, cool video, and it automatically says, hey, thanks, we appreciate it. That, of course, is a computationally efficient dilated self-attention network representing the first cross-lingual and character byte-based smart reply model. So they certainly have a way with words over at Google HQ, don't they? Hey, Andrew Hutchinson gets it. In essence, the smart replies process for YouTube will scan the text of your video comments, then provide suggested quick replies to each. This is smart that they're simply suggested, not automated, which you can action in one tap. Smart replies also learns from your responses over time in order to provide options that are more in tune with your conversational style and tone. Google writes, quote, in comparison to emails, which tend to be long and dominated by formal language, YouTube comments reveal complex patterns of language switching, abbreviated words, slang, inconsistent usage of punctuation, and heavy utilization of emoji. Good stuff. In a year of worsts, SEO just became the best, according to Stefan Bajau, is my best pronunciation of Stefan's last name. SEO just became the top priority marketing channel. Here's what led to the shift and how it impacts both organizations and marketers. It's safe to say that 2020 has been, how do I put this eloquently? He writes the word sucky. Oh, whoa. Simmer down now, Stefan. Simmer down. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how future historians will refer to it. However, amidst all of the chaos in the world, something strange happened, something I don't think anyone could have predicted. SEO became the top priority marketing channel. I can't tell you how many CMOs and senior marketers at enterprise companies have told me this over the last few months. Why? Several reasons. Let's dive in. Budgets. When COVID struck, he writes, we at Conductor surveyed 250 plus marketing leaders to see how they felt this would affect their plans for 2020. Not surprisingly, 65% of those polled expected budget cuts. I would assume predominantly in the PPC space. We were surprised, however, to see that 68% of respondents said their goals would remain the same or increase. So, ouch, do more with less. We've heard this drumbeat before, but with so much uncertainty, it's hard to know what strategies and tactics to rely on, or maybe it isn't, as 63% of leaders said SEO would be more important to them now. Perhaps that's due to the fallacy that SEO is free. It obviously is not, but maybe marketing organizations have evolved to better understand the true value of search. According to Stefan, content, oh geez. We now need explainer content about seemingly everything, from how buyers know that what's in their digital shopping cart will make its way to their home, to how consumers should feel safe engaging with our business in the physical world. So content priorities are shifting, according to this article, and 3 value propositions we've all had to revisit and sometimes dissect the value propositions of our products and services. That means revising old messaging. Ay. All right, here's my take on this. SEO is, for lack of a better word, not the panacea. Despite what this article is saying, SEO just became the best. It is still entirely dependent on where you are. So if you rank 94th for something and you need business in the next month or so, SEO is not wise for you. SEO is a garden. If you have a lovely garden and you just had a bit of a drought and your garden took a hit, well, yeah, you want to go ahead and tend that garden. It's a lovely garden. It feeds your family. But if you are, looking to start a garden, but you need to eat today, that is probably not a wise move. SEO is an excruciatingly long process. It's like anything in life that you want to get good at. Every night I'm playing chess and I'm getting my butt kicked over and over. It is a constant embarrassment. And it's only been about 3 or 4 months of me doing this. And I have gotten better, but it takes a long time to get anywhere near where you want to be. SEO is absolutely no different, which is to say that you don't have to pay for it, but you definitely have to work for it. So if you are considering SEO for your company, run a ranking report. Are you anywhere near any keyword that is going to drive revenue for you? If you are not, then yeah, maybe you want to take it on yourself to start, get the ball rolling. And when you get within striking distance, perhaps higher. If you're rich, well, then I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? You could just write a check and get people to start working for you. But at the end of the day, the return on investment will be entirely based on whether or not you are actually close to ranking in the top 5 or 10 for a given keyword, what your market looks like, and the million other variables that go into determining whether or not SEO is the right fit for you. Google purchased AR startup North in shift to ambient computing, which is to say we're all going to be living in fantasy world with AR on our faces. In short order, Google purchased augmented reality AR company Focals by North. Focals by North provides frictionless access to mobile apps via a heads-up display that only the wearer can see. According to the By North support pages, the Focals product allowed users to see baseball scores, weather, answer texts, access their calendar, and other useful functions. Why is this better than Google Glass? I wonder. Google had its own AR glasses that failed. Google's glasses were bulky and looked awkward. Google's essentially trying to engineer a laptop on your face. I don't want that. The built-in camera gave it the perception of being creepy. Many businesses like bars and restaurants prohibited their use in order to protect the privacy of other patrons. Focals by North is a product that focused on being discreet as well as useful. The glasses were not the computer. The computing power was in a user's cell phone. Oh, interesting. The glasses connected to the mobile phone via Bluetooth and functioned as a controller and a heads-up display. This is obviously the move. The Focals by North product looks stylish in contrast to the clunky awkwardness of Google Glass. It's the Apple, if you will, of wearable augmented reality. Another factor that made them better than Google Glass is that operating them is discreet. According to an article in 9 to 5 Google, the Focals were operated by a mini joystick that could be manipulated discreetly from a jacket pocket. Okay. Ambient computing. What this means for the search marketing community is that the internet ecosystem formerly predicated on web pages viewed on desktop and laptop devices continue to evolve into a more ubiquitous presence that is increasingly shifting to voice and AR technology. So what does SEO look like in the age of voice? I'm not sure. Are we going to be walking around going, hey, Google, show me a good plumber? A restaurant, I can see that. Like sushi near me, that makes sense. But am I really going to be using voice search to be trying to determine who the best personal injury attorney is for me? I think what you might say is like, show me the best personal injury attorneys. And then it just pulls up a list. I still think you're looking at a list of options at the end of the day, like a Google-esque list. I think it's unlikely that the voice will give you a particular provider, or maybe that's where pay-per-click will take over, where I'll say, for example, call a local internet marketing company, and they'll say, oh, do you want one focused on social media or SEO, or what? There'll be a back and forth, and it'll kind of like break down what exactly you want. And then the advertising company is probably going to pay for that call, because I don't know how you have like an organic presence in that sort of environment that makes sense without a literal list that you can go up and down, because the person who had the top ranking in that particular environment would just get all the money. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that evolves. 5 practices to make the most of audience targeting. Don't miss out on opportunities audience targeting can bring to your pay-per-click campaigns. Here are the best practices for stepping up your audience targeting game. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Did we take a look at this? No, we didn't. Think outside the box. A common trap for advertisers is to set up their audience targeting with too narrow a focus. To be clear, I'm not arguing that you should go wild and ignore granular targeting best practices. Instead, I urge you to think outside the box with your audience targeting. Creativity here can take many shapes, but let's focus on in-market audiences as an example. Let's say that you're advertising real estate mortgages. The go-to choices are obvious. Real estate, moving and relocation. Real estate, residential properties for sale, financial services, credit and lending, and mortgage. What does think outside the box look like in this example? For starters, put on your marketing hat and consider the person of your potential customer. Consider the person of your potential customer. They write, what else do you know about them? Maybe they live in nice neighborhoods, drive nice cars, and have plenty of disposable income. Now we can take a look at adjacent in marketing audiences that align with the persona of our potential customer. I think they meant to write persona before, and that's a typo. And not just those that align with our product or service. So financial services, financial planning, they're suggesting autos and vehicles, motor vehicles, event tickets, Broadway and theater tickets. I don't know if I buy this line of thinking, because you're spending good money on targeting people that, I don't know, are looking for a new car from work. Maybe. Open your mind to the idea of testing adjacent in marketing audiences based on personas. Test by applying as, quote, target and bid or observation with a 0% bid adjustment with 0 risks. Thank me later. Wow. That's a bold little sentence from John Lee 5 hours ago. I bet he stopped at that and was like, should I write thank me later? And then he did. Schedule time to audit audience performance and make changes. Seems obvious, yet this one is missed a lot. Schedule time to audit audience performance. Well, duh. And make changes. As we just illustrated, there's a tremendous value in applying audience targets with a 0% bid adjustment to monitor the data and see what works. That's one of the single biggest benefits of these features. However, we are all human and we forget things. We forget to monitor we forget to monitor those audiences and then adjust bids based on performance. Do yourself a favor and schedule time to audit your audience targeting performance and make changes. So yes, obviously. So maybe your 55 plus audience is converting at a higher rate. You spend more money there. Your below 55 is is not working well. Maybe you segment that to like a 40 and 55 ad campaign. Does that work? Does it not? You go in, you go out, you go in, you go out, you change, you tweak, you did, da. This is the song and dance. This is the song and dance. So much Thursday. We are off tomorrow in celebration of the 4 de Julio, the so much 4th of July. That would be something. I'm trying to say it in Chinese and it's not coming to me. Facebook adding custom audiences, audience creation options based on shopping activity. So custom audiences in Facebook, a new little shopping option. If you're selling on Facebook, this is something to check out for sure. LinkedIn, changing it up, doing new stuff, new process to limit page follow invites. You can now see who's following your page on LinkedIn. They're rolling out some credits, which are interesting in regards to adding people to your page or inviting them. WhatsApp making some updates. No big deal there. Google adding auto-generated smart replies. So AI continues to push forward. I'm glad that these are not automated and that these are just little smart replies real quick. So if you have a bunch of YouTube videos, you might be able to go in there and just quickly reply to the comments people are leaving. Stefan is making an argument that SEO is now like the go-to. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. It depends on your team. We talked about that. Google purchasing AR startups. Yep, everyone's going to be wearing these glasses. They're going to look just like the glasses I have on my face. And it's going to completely revolutionize the world. And last but not least, 5 best practices to make the most of your audience targeting. Yeah. Make sure you have conversion set up. Make sure you have call rail set up or something like it. Know if you're getting phone calls. Know if you're getting form fills. Adjust those audiences. Do it all the time. If you haven't already, hit the like button. You could do that now, theoretically. But I don't recommend it. The last person who hit the like button actually developed a bit of a tummy ache. So you do run the risk of that. It is. Can you believe it? July 2nd. I certainly can't. So much quarantine, so much 2020. Best year ever, am I right? You guys are the best. I will see y'all on Monday. And I hope you have a glorious, and I do mean glorious, 4th of July. Talk to you later.